What's good? You're listening to Culture Quest, where we ask the question, why are we like this? On this podcast, we're here to explore culture, but specifically culture that's specific to us as Black people, as Caribbean people, and as Bahamians. I'm MCK, and I'm here with the homie from Time. Jay is here, and our dog Proof is here as well, and we're going to talk all things us. As always, shout out to the Solid Network. So as usual, we like to start the pod off with some show and prove. We like to really showcase the fact that we know what we're talking about. We really three boys from the Bahamas. We talking about culture and we can prove it. So what we're gonna do is pull the culture card real quick. And I guess I can open this one up. I usually let you open. Let me bless the mic real quick. So my Bahamian card stat. I open all public speaking with esteemed guests. You know when you do the assemblies back in school, you had to do the senior master, principal, and esteemed guests, right? So, I know about that. That really made me a better public speaker. If you had to speak in front of 600 kids in grade 5, you're gonna kind of, be a real Martin Luther King Jr. at the end of the day. So that's me. I whenever I do on a public speaker, I know you have to address the people and let them know protocol already being established, all of that good stuff. That's my Bahamian card stat for the day. What you got for us, Jay?
For me, my granddaddy was the first one to catch grouper. So I just want you all to, I know I didn't play it.
Nigga, what?
I didn't play it. I'll try to like find something to approve. I got it. My Bahamian card is that like, so if you really Bahamian and you used to go to church, you know that they used to give the visiting pastors like a little fruit basket. I used to have to go to get the fruit basket from the store. Like that was my role. Like at one point, I was the fruit basket minister.
Wow. Like you never really think about who's the nigga who getting the fruit basket, right? You see a fruit basket and you say, "Oh, that banana look good," and then you basically don't really think about what goes on behind the scenes. You can do a documentary, but that's really we never really peek behind the curtain of the fruit basket.
Yeah, you don't know how much wire's gonna be there, so how much fruit baskets you really need. Then again,
it's the plug though. Don't lie.
That it is the plug. Then you gotta know like what size basket you're gonna get. So
you was on used to like wrap it up with the plastic. You was doing that as well, the wrapping up.
No, I never make it to that level. Like I used to.
Okay. My apologies.
Only real Bahamians know that if they go to a church like for convocation, they can know they can see what fruit basket.
Wow.
Y'all was out there being upstanding citizens, being gentlemen and scholars. Jay out there picking up fruit baskets and MCK out there preparing speeches, esteemed guests. Meanwhile, I was making slingshot with inner tube from bike tie and fishing line.
It's different lifestyles, We did a lot of stuff just to live this lifestyle.
Yeah.
Who's really grew up
pigeons used to hate to see me coming, but I was a beast with that slingshot, but they used to hate to see me coming. But
now, how you do the pigeon? How you fix the pigeon?
I never used to eat them, but I used to shoot them for the sake of shooting them. But
anyway, Peter, we ain't know. He was just hunting for sport,
just for fun, mate.
I thought you used to at least make one pigeon's house.
Target practice.
My boy was shooting them down for fun.
That's crazy good.
For the sake of it. But.
All right, so today's episode is brought to you by Culture Quest. It's the only place you can find the Culture Flicking Crown Awards, and that's what we're doing today, all right? Today's the day, my boys. We're gonna fully find out who is the Culture Ghost for season 2. All right, it's been a hell of a fight, but it ends here today, and we're gonna settle this once and for all with the Culture Crown Awards. Y'all feeling ready?
I hope so. Ready or not, we about to kick some people to the curb and see what our last man or woman is standing.
I know. This would be some stuff right there. I know about it.
That's the one, y'all. That's the moment that we all been waiting for. So I think it's important that we take a look at, have a recap of our nominees. All right. So we had Audlin H. Bodie, who is
Pleased H.
Pleased H. He is a legend in the broadcasting space. He's a great radio show for years where he talked a lot of foolishness and we love it. And then Perry Christie, the Right Honorable Perry Christie, he was I don't know the number. What he is, the third prime minister. Um,
Yeah, he was the third.
Third,
Yes.
the prime minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, light skinned prime minister, some might say, the light skinned one. He led
Like,
us in a lot of different good eras. Some people, that's debatable. For some people, say it's a horrible era, but I know one thing: he was a leader. He was a leader for the ages, and he's a Bayman icon, and he is still in the running. Actually, is he? No, sorry, my bad, Perry. We don't in the run no more. Perry in the run no more, but we get into that. And then we have Collage Entertainment, the creative group that sort of brought us the pre-viral era. They gave us Stop Like in Mine and a lot of other great dramatic moments. We had Clint Watson, journalist extraordinaire. He's gonna find out what's going on for you, and he also gave us some really good gospel music for a season in his life as well. And then Debbie Ferguson, the Golden Girl herself, Olympic gold medalist, a part of that Golden Girl era, really went out to represent the Bahamas in a way never before at the time. And we have, is it Right Honorable Cynthia Mother Pratt? Is currently the Governor General. And Excellency, Cynthia Mother Pratt. And she also was really outside, she really, if you know her story, she's out in the streets, but she, making things right in the community, grassroots. We all love her. She's an icon. And then the late great Rodney Monka. We're actually sure they have to be nominated him for this award. He passed away, unfortunately. So rest in peace, Sam. Respect and love to the family. And then Terrell Davis. Perez. My bad. Sorry, I know that looked wrong. I wrote this in a rush. I'm sorry, Terrell Davis, better known as Miss Daisy. Really gave us. I was thinking today about how, y'all know Mr. Bean, that character, Mr. Bean,
the one with the bird,
the
comedic character, yeah, the Englishman, and how like she of that same cloth. She given us these iconic sort of comedic, physical comedy, really like classic moments. Anyway, I just thought about that. I was watching Mr. Bean today. Shout out Mr. Bean. And then we have the pot cake himself, Leslie Miller, MP extraordinaire, and that boy who's gonna say the thing every single time. All right. So as you can see, we had some heavy hitters in the list, and then of course we had some places. So we nominated some iconic places, and on that list was Bamboo Shop, of course, right? Rightly so. Marina Village was on there for some strange reason. Super Value was on there. Super Wash washes your precious, cleans you.
24/7. Well,
and entertains you.
And entertains. See, I was gonna see if y'all was gonna get the and entertains you. 24/7. Goodman's Bay is also there, the place where we do our exercises, we swim, we have cookouts and barbecues and do all the things that we shouldn't be doing out there. And then we have Granny's Goodies, right? They get it right?
For the first time this entire season.
So shout out to Granny's Goodies. They was on the list as well. So those are different places that we nominated. So all of those people did not make it. And today we are in fact left with Debbie Ferguson, Leslie Miller, Collage Entertainment. That's our finalists. So an Olympic gold medalist, an MP extraordinaire, and a creative team that gave us a hell of an iconic moment with Stop Like in Mine. And then as far as place, this a fight for the ages. We got Goodman's Bay versus Bamboo Shop. Now that's a head of a matchup right there.
That's a heavyweight bout.
It's a heavyweight bout right there. So before we go on to that, I just want us to really, have a moment of silence for Granny's Goodies.
Sick. Oh man.
Granny's goodies. I mean, someone on this show fought tooth and nail for y'all. I never even heard of y'all. I don't even know who Granny's goodies is. I still don't know.
I don't
Boy,
know.
gonna
But
name
there
it
was
the running back next season, boy.
I don't know who
there
Granny
was
Goody
just
is.
someone who wanted us to acknowledge y'all so bad, and
Fought.
y'all fought.
Diligently.
I could bring them. I could bring them in the village so they could take some of that conky, Granny. We can have. They can have a change
Some would
after next season. I promise.
some would say Granny's goodies should have been the first to go on this list, on this illustrious list. But nevertheless, so let's take a moment. The Granny's goodies right now. How do I sing?
Yeah,
It has
Granny's
been a
good.
year. The body
I don't
over.
they ain't no good conk until they had some Granny's goodies.
Proof love y'all, but Jesus love y'all the best, all right? So that's that. Granny's goodies. You're done. And we left with just these really great places, right? So you know what? Let's go. Let's narrow down this list. So it's not narrow down the list. Let's actually do the place. Let's focus on the iconic culture spot. Nominees is Goodman's Bay versus Bamboo Shack. Now, who want to make the case for Goodman's Bay?
I'll go for Goodman's Bay. Listen to me. There are few places in this nation more iconic than the Goodman's Bay. Goodman's Bay has established itself not only as a holiday central spot, but a health and wellness central spot at that. A multi-purpose spot. Every fun run walk, every marathon, every just walking around the track starts at Goodman's Bay. Every holiday, Pilling Day, Emancipation Day, Christmas Day, Philippine Fox Hill Day. People there on Goodman's Bay. Goodman's Bay is one of our prettiest beaches, and you know why it is an iconic spot? Because everybody benefits from Goodman's Bay. Rastas who don't eat meat benefit from Goodman's Bay. 7 Day benefit from Goodman's Bay. Jehovah's Witness benefit from Goodman's Bay. Non-denominational benefit from Goodman's Bay. I feel like
baptized out there.
Goodman's Bay serves more of the people than any of these other places here. So for my vote for the iconic cultural crown place for season 3, Goodman's Bay. Hashtag Goodman's Bay gotta stay. That's my case.
Goodman's Bay. Yeah, I will say that do have a ring to it, my nigga. All right.
That's it.
I hear you. I think you make a good point. Goodman's Bay is a hell of an institution, right? But may I have a moment of your time, if you're listening, to consider this. You cannot eat Goodman's Bay. All right? You need something to eat, it's late. You just come from work. It's been a long day. You just come from work. Your girlfriend's stressing you out, and you decide, I think I need something to eat. All right? So this is not my experience, but this is experience of many people. Right? You need something to eat. And you on your way on where you stopping? You gonna stop to Kentucky? No, they only have the Manja special at this hour. Are you gonna go to Granny's Goodies? Surely not. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go. You're gonna stop. You're gonna stop over the Babu. Then you're gonna order something. You're gonna order something fried dry, and it's gonna be greasy, but it's gonna be good. And you're gonna go ahead and get a mystic of some sort. They ask you what flavor. You're not gonna say a flavor. You're gonna say a color. You're gonna say the blue one or the red one. And then you're gonna go in your car and you're gonna eat that bamboo before you even leave the parking lot because it's late. And you know what? You're gonna be happy. You're gonna be actually the happiest you've been that entire day. No, at no point in that day was you happier than when that fried dry or that conch snack hit your mouth at 11:45 before you head to drop off that thing and go home. All right, and it's for that reason I think that Bamboo Shack has to. They be the same thing. B, B, the iconic place. You're gonna stand on a line. First of all, when you stand on a line, you're gonna encounter all sorts of different baymen from all different walks of life. There's gonna be a Jones on that line. There's gonna be someone with their hair tied up on the line. Someone somehow have their children out there. And every single person is gonna wonder if they call their number yet. All right. And that's just an experience you can't get nowhere else, even at a great place like Goodness Bay. So that's all I'm gonna say.
That's a lot of yapping.
Boy, you'll leave me with a lot of power. Time to break this tie.
Wow.
I must say, gentlemen, that you guys have both posed some very good arguments on behalf of your respective iconic places.
Mm-hmm.
As I would have said in previous episodes, that fried rice be bussin'. Like no other way. I ain't gonna lie. That fried rice be bussin'. You do meet a whole lot of different characters on that line. Very entertaining, I must say. The arguments about why my chicken ain't come out yet, I've had that a time or two, I must say. I'm not gonna lie. Now, when it comes to Goodman's Bay, you know, like the fitness center of the island, you know, the holiday spot. True and true. As a fitness enthusiast myself, I must admit that, you know, just about every walkathon, marathon, bikeathon, you name it, Goodman's Bay is either the starting point, the ending point, or both.
This is true.
I must admit. It is one of the better beaches on the island. No denying it. But at the end of the day, there can only be one. And as a fellow fitness enthusiast, I must say, me ain't but that greasy chicken life forever, bro. My heart can't take it for too long. So Goodman's Bay gotta stay.
Goodman's Bay gotta stay.
Oh my goodness.
Goodman's Bay gotta stay.
Oh boy, I thought I did it. We can lead also water.
Goodman's Bay gotta stay.
I completely modded it. You know, I would have edged out Bamboo, but you know, Goodman's Bay is in fact the institution. Babies get baptized out there. And made out there. So, you know, what can we say? What can we say?
Life starts and ends.
Well, the circle of being in life.
Oh my gosh.
So, ladies and gentlemen, your iconic place for season 3 is Goodman's Bay. Goodman's Bay had to stay, apparently. So, you know, I appreciate the class and the classy way y'all did that, gents. That was a good one. Hands and claps for Goodman's Bay. All right, so you know, I mean that was incredible, y'all. That was incredible. I think let us know if y'all agree with that. Let us know if y'all think we made the right choices. We take this very seriously. We ain't lollygagging with this. We really taking this serious.
Put thought into these iconic places.
He was on a fast from Granny's goodies for days, trying to figure out how to do this. You know. So before we move on to the real final, there can only be one, right? The one person that is the icon. How about we talk about some honorable mentions? Does any honorable mention, you know, come to your mind at a time like this?
For honorable mentions, when I think about iconic people, it might be early in the game for this, but just for always rapping the Bahamas and then being a pivotal building block for those that come after him, I'd have to put Buddy Hill on the list as an honorable mention.
Okay.
I feel like he still got a few ways to go, but I would put him as iconic just for continuing to rep the Bahamas in all shapes and forms, and then leading a new generation with DJ. So I'd definitely put him in there as a honorable mention for the icon.
All right, we're not mad at it.
I don't know what.
For my honorable mention, radio talk show personality, been at it in the game for years. For years. Kept us entertained and glued to the radio station every midday for Free Your Mind. One time for Empress.
Yeah.
Put it up.
Empress, pick up yourself. That comes straight from Bobo, so you know.
Yeah, shout out Empress. Not mad at that either. You know what I mean? That's an institution for sure. You know, we could that's something to think about for next season.
Mm-hmm.
Um, as you guys talk about basketball, I think it's interesting to bring up Buddy Hield, and I thought about this person today. Jeff Rogers. Jeff Rogers
Ah,
basketball camp. I think he on his 30
Mhm.
something camp, and that's crazy because I think I was in the 11th one or something like that. I did not
And
make it to the league. I did not go pro. Um, but
the bad.
I really thought I was going to go pro. You know, like Tracy McGrady, we have that back issue. You know, it's
Uh,
okay.
shout,
But
shout,
yeah, for
shout out to
sure.
Gavin. Shout out to Gavin.
No, no, shout out that nigga. Do not shout that nigga. This nigga never took us a single. He said he's taking us to tournaments, and he did not. And I still feel some that way about that. Every day I watch ball. When I see Steph Curry do that thing, I be like, that could have been me. If Gavin would only come to the freaking practices.
go
But
to the
anyway,
tournament. Yeah.
so no, don't shout out that nigga. We don't shout you out. He should not be named. But even though we didn't name him twice, the point is, Jeff Rogers, like, is an institution. It's still going strong. I beat Muggsy Bow, dog. I met Muggsy Bow, and it's because of Jeff Rogers, bro. The icon. I believe that
You
Kai
probably was talking
Jones.
about the
Kai Jones is went to this camp, and I'm sure that there's countless like ballers that went on to play pro or semi pro that went to that camp. So that's a real investment. You're making a real investment in the people, and I respect that,
sure.
and I experienced that, and I think it's a dope thing. And shout out to them. That's dope. All right, y'all.
Sure.
So here we go. We have Debbie Ferguson, Leslie Miller,
Mm.
and Collage Entertainment. Which one of these is not like the other? Which one of these has to go first so that we could get down to the real nitty gritty? Who are you putting in to nominate to be eliminated first?
If I had the stuff, if it's those three, and I had to vote out one, I really slept on this, really prayed on this, really consulted wise counsel. All generations. I went to the Rock and Rum Key to really get some solitude with my decision making. And as much as I love what they've done, as much as I just even love TJ supporting us and coming on the show, I would have to vote off Clash and to name it.
Okay. All right. Something to consider. You know, he was a guest on there. He canceled that thing so that he could be here, but I mean, it's whatever, right? I guess. But no, I think it's really stiff competition. So, um, Collage and Denman is goaded, but I kind of hear what you're saying. What would you think, Proof?
Um, I'll have to agree. I mean, even though me and TJ, we used throwing rock up in the juju tree from primary school days, that's my boy still. So he ain't feel no way, considering the competition he lined up against. You know what I mean? So no love lost, my boy.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely goaded. I mean, like I said, stop like a man, and that's the one, right? That's that one that we still recite, we still quote, but there's been so many different productions that they put on, and like I said, they paid the way for your Shins, your Soldier Boys, all these different. Sorry, not Soldier Boy. They did not pave the way for Soldier Boy. He was self-made. Sorry, Big Soldier. But
Draco.
I was the first nigga yeah, but he paved the way for so many great what we would call today influences, payment influences. The Collage Entertainment as a whole did all sorts of different actors and great writers, and there's a reason you guys made it this far. So shout out to y'all. Be proud of yourself, and just know that y'all go there, and there's a group of individuals, a community in the Bahamas that respect what y'all did, what y'all contributed,
For sure.
and know that y'all icons, right? Y'all cultural icons. So that's something I would be proud of, right? But yeah, that leaves two Olympians, eh?
No.
Yep. Yes.
Who?
I know Leslie was an
Dylan did
Olympian.
not medal, but he made it to the Olympics.
Oh yes, okay.
So he's still
That's
an
what make you
Olympian.
Olympian? No?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Participation makes you an Olympian.
He ain't a medalist, but he's an
Yeah, you
Olympian.
just didn't medal.
All right.
So yeah, that's where we at. We're talking about Debbie Ferguson and Leslie Miller. Now let me make a case. First of all, I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet. This one is tough, but I remember being a kid seeing Debbie Ferguson and win that gold medal, and just goosebumps. See them come home. I believe there's a helicopter involved. I don't know why in my like in my vague memory, I remember like them coming in on some helicopters, and I was like, "Wait, this is a big deal, bro." And you obviously to win on the world stage in that way is a once in a lifetime thing. Um, and it's something that etched in my memory. I felt really proud to be a Bahamian in a way that was very specific, very unique, and I don't know if I've ever matched that energy since. So just putting that out there. We did Jamaican zip up that dime, and we did what we had to do. All right, and that's something that I still remember vividly, even at this age. So, just putting that out there. Who wants to make a case for the bar cake himself?
Who got this? Because I got this. Proof you and go, or
I'm gonna go ahead. I can be the decision maker again.
Listen to me now. There are a few persons that have made a contribution to this nation that not only includes themselves and the work they're doing, but the seeds of what they've sown to bring forth fruit to continue to bless our nation. See, we can look at Leslie's contribution from many different angles, many different perspectives. But all in all, I feel like that just solidifies his stamp and his contribution to our culture. See, when you see Leslie, you don't just say Leslie. You say pot cake. Now, for those who might not be familiar with our culture, the most loving, caring.
You about to grind it?
let me finish my speech, please.
You about to grind it? You good?
You good, bro? Oh, let me finish. Hold on. You break my character. I forget what I was going to say. But the Bahamians love more than the pot cake. He was affectionately given that name by his constituents. When it came down to move trees, it was his tractors. When it was time for the nation to have some place for the kids to go in the capital, he made Mario's bowling alley. When there was an electricity crisis, he had to keep it real with the people. He could sweat.
Yeah. Thought it's about conservation, man.
And now, his legacy has brought forth new fruit. Leslie, the people in Fort Cake Jr.
Do not say it.
Fort Cake Jr. She's taken the lessons that she's learned from her iconic father to transform Seabreeze. So when you think of iconic, you can't just think of one generation or more. You gotta think of 2 generations. Now, no offense, but I don't know no Debbie Ferguson Jr.
And then she did have a daughter, and I think she named Debbie Ferguson too.
I do know that the pot cake started it. He made his contribution so much that the pot cake Jr. is still going. Leslie,
please,
I'm mad for people. Let me finish. I'm mad for the people. You can't beat it. That's all I got.
And that pot cake Junior stick, bro. That's on you.
You all heard it first on God Quest.
That's on you, all right?
Now, if I were to base my decision solely on the arguments for these icons alone, I would say Jay hands down won the debate. But however,
Hold on.
the decision is not based solely on us fighting for who we wish to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I remember watching the Olympics. I remember that was what 2000, 2001, 2000, whenever the Sydney Olympics was. I think it was 2000, if I'm not mistaken. I was still in high school, so it would have been 2000. Would have been 2000. I remember class was on hold. Class was like by school going crazy. I don't even think we did any more work for the rest of the day because that was a moment in
2004,
the nation's history. 2004 or so. I was not in school then. I wasn't. That was, you know what? Let me not age myself on this. We were along. I remember, country shut down that day. Everybody honking at everybody, everywhere on the roads, everybody. You see the flag waving. You know what that represents? That represented our Golden Girls winning gold for us. That in and of itself was an iconic moment.
For sure.
None of us was around for Potcake's stint in the Olympics, but we heard about it. We heard the stories. He represented, and I'm sure he represented to the best of his ability. Shout out to him. But since then, he's had other iconic moments, namely being an MP and being an awesome one at that. He had some iconic phrases. Jay would have referred to a few of them, namely, yeah, ask and sweat, right? We all know the phrase. We know it. I don't hold it against him. The man was doing his job at the time. I get it. But let me ask you all a question. Beyond winning a gold medal in the 4x1 for the Bahamas, what else Debbie do?
Well,
Anybody,
I mean,
somebody.
The question begs another question. What more should she do? Right?
Somebody.
What you want? You want her to defeat Thanos, nigga, in the sequel to the Olympics? I don't know what you want her to do. Like, what more do you need?
I mean,
I
can't do what she did, but I mean, I've represented the country on the world stage before.
Yeah,
I could honestly say that.
Well, let me say this. I will say this. Podcake's presence is definitely more felt, more consistently. I probably could go find him in a bar. I mean, somewhere right now. Right? I could find him anywhere, somewhere in Nassau right now, most likely. And he really been a factor. He been around. He chiming in. He giving his opinion on the things that matter in this country today. And I see where you're going with this. Like, we feel his presence much more.
Hold on. Let me further solidify my point. As I previously stated, I represented the country on the world stage before. I'm including people in. I represented the country as a part of the national bowling team. I would have never been a part of that bowling team had Mario's bowling alley never existed. Mario's bowling alley would have never existed if it wasn't for Leslie Potcake Miller.
See that?
And on that alone.
So what is this without Mario either?
That's solidified my vote. Mario
wouldn't exist without
Leslie.
Yeah.
and that's and there we have it, folks.
The seeds don't stop.
Y'all see how they was able to connect that to all sorts of
Culture
different
King.
aspects of that's what we do here on Culture Crash. They're able to make these connections. You see the influence and the sort of impact that even Potcake's business decisions have had. This man get to travel to Thailand to play bowling. That's where it was, right?
First of all, why you say play bowling? Why you say play bowling?
To play bowling, bro. What do you not play bowling? What do you do? Do you do bowling?
You're just bowling.
Yeah.
To play bowling. You play to win. All right. So this man was able to travel around the globe to throw that ball. Pause. And it's because of the business acumen of that man. So we're talking about a business man.
All because he was throwing Leslie balls. He tried
Nah. Hey, yo.
Nah.
No Diddy at all.
No Diddy.
Yeah,
No
no
Diddy.
Not,
No Diddy.
not even a little Diddy.
Bowling balls.
But
Let's be correct.
the point is, we're talking about a businessman, a politician, a true bohemian, a consultant, a electrical specialist, uh, and someone who can tell you about yourself if need be. And I think that really captures the spirit of the Bahamian people. To be honest, I think we could all agree on that.
For
Give
sure.
him the crown.
So
For sure.
if there's a crown to bring out right now, well, should it be a dog chain in this case? Like, should we like adjust it for whoever win? Like if it was Debbie, she would get like another gold medal, but like because it's because it's Leslie, you get like a dog chain. Anyway, so Culture Crown Award. This season 3's Culture Crown icon is none other than Deepak Cake, Leslie Gladstone Miller, whatever his middle name is. Leslie Miller, Culture Crown Award recipient. So come for your thing. Whenever we can get a trophy or something, make.
That's it.
And we probably have him on the show or something. All right. So, and shout out to Bout Cake Jr.
One time for Bout Cake Jr.
Bout Cake Jr. So yeah, everyone, like I say, everyone that was nominated is a legend. Thanks to all of these people, just for being yourself, for showing up. If you was mentioned, that means something. Hopefully one day, the young ones listening, you'll be nominated, and you yourself could have a Culture Crown dog chain.
Exactly. But yes, people.
For the sky.
It was great. It was a lot of hard fought discussions. There was a lot of cases to be made. There was a lot of people that we was wondering who these people even is. Shout out to Gradius. But it's not like all in all,
GG.
This was a long season. Y'all let us know how you all feel about the winners. Like who you all thought from this season was supposed to win, who didn't even deserve to be on the list. And you all have our honorable mentions, like who your honorable mentions is, or who should nominate for season 4.
Hey, let us know if we should run Granny back. We bring Granny back for next season.
Run Granny to the ground. I'm finished. All right, that's done.
Granny
thanks so much for tuning in. Every episode of how much episode you watch. It exists. You can watch it back, run it back from the beginning, run it back from episode 1, run it back from season 1 to season 2, and hopefully we'll be back for season 4, bigger and better. And then also look out for the Parkin vibe. Like we planning some stuff, so keep your ears open, stay on the pages, keep following us. We have more dope stuff coming. But it's been a dope season. Appreciate everybody who ever hit play, ever hit listen. Granny's Goody, cut us a check. Bamboo Shot, cut us a check. We needed sponsorships. That's what we're doing. Season 4, all right. So you have something you feel like you being, come link the boys.
Why all at it? Check us out on TikTok, Instagram, X, Spotify, and YouTube. That's it.
And
right?
SoundCloud.
And SoundCloud.
We outside.
Check us out.
On SoundCloud. And depending on what day it is, I might just play it on my set and just drive around. So that's
exactly. Just keep an eye out, keep an L. If you had a car driving and you hear this, it's us.